Damn, YouTube back at it again with another video, and today I'm bringing you the Go Home Show to Genesis, I believe. 1 second, please hold. Let's go look at the schedule. Oh, we can look at the schedule real quick. I believe that it's next. Hold on. Yeah, okay. We are on the Go Home Show to Genesis. I was about to say, I could have swore we were. Had to make sure. It's cool. Let's go ahead and get into these locker room incidents real quick. Jeff Jarrett, the only one. Oh, he gave road stories. Good stuff, Jarrett. Good stuff. Even though I don't use you. Good stuff. Alright, other than that, let's go ahead and get on into this booking right here. Alright, we are back. So let's go ahead and get on this Go Home Show to Genesis. We kick things off. Paul Heyman, the general manager of TNA Wrestling, comes down to the ring with a microphone, says he demands that the world champion Desmond Wolfe, Jon Moxley, and Sting make their way to the ring after all three get to the ring separately. We basically just have Heyman explaining what this means and what Genesis means to himself, saying that this is his era of TNA Wrestling and that two of the men in the ring will represent his era this Sunday, and if either one of them lets him down, they have a chance of being fired. And then all of a sudden, Desmond Wolfe just looks at both Sting and Moxley, shakes his head, and just holds the world title up and says, "It's not gonna be me." And then Moxley and Sting look at each other, look at Wolfe, and that's pretty much how we end this segment. Got an 88 B+. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, we then go on to Sarah Del Rey versus Hamada. This did way better than the first time these two faced. A 69 C+, that's great. Hamada seemed off for a game, which is even crazier that this did great. They have great chemistry, so that helps. This was just something for Sarah Del Rey to get something over, basically, continue that momentum, and it leads into an angle. Team 3D hits the ring, and it's so difficult for me to call them Team 3D now that they're back on WWE television for almost a year now as the Dudley Boys. But nonetheless, Team 3D come down to the ring. Kings of Wrestling aren't out there. They basically take out Del Rey and powerbomb her through a table, and as they do, Kings of Wrestling hit the ramp, screaming, "No, no, 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 no!" They slide into the ring. Team 3D leaves. Now Kings of Wrestling are having to comfort the knocked out, basically, Sarah Del Rey. Which now leads to the question, will Del Rey be able to defend her title this Sunday at Genesis? Will there be a Knockouts title match? That did a 76 B-. I'm impressed. We then go on to a graphic that says, up next is Rob Van Dam versus Ty Dillinger. Did a 59 C. We then go on to the match between Rob Van Dam and Ty Dillinger. Very good for a Dillinger match. I am impressed. And it's the global champion Rob Van Dam getting momentum as he defeats Ty Dillinger going into this Sunday's match against Samoa Joe. They have great chemistry, so that's good. RVD had an in-ring performance of 82, Ty Dillinger 56. After the match, basically something that happened last week where Samoa Joe attacks Rob Van Dam from behind, and then Dillinger's basically just there because he's still selling his injuries from the match, still selling that 5-star frog splash. Joe is basically beating the crap out of RVD. Got a 76 B-. We then go on to a promo where Daniels is being interviewed by Christy Hemme. Daniels is talking about Jay Lethal and how Lethal will never be the X Division champion and how no one will ever defeat the gatekeeper known as Christopher Daniels. Which leads us into a Jay Lethal versus Brutus Magnus match. I figured since we had Lethal face Doug Williams last week, might as well do Lethal versus Magnus this week. So Lethal obviously gets the win, giving him momentum going into this Sunday's title match. Got an 81 B. I'm extremely impressed with that. After this, we have Jay Lethal grabs the microphone. I am corrected. Jay Lethal grabs the microphone and says, "Well, listen here, Daniels. This Sunday, when the prodigy Jay Lethal wins the X Division Championship, there's not going to be a damn thing you can do about it." And basically, Daniels comes out and says, "No, no, 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 that's never going to happen. No, no, you're mistaken." And Lethal's like, "No, no, 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 it will happen." Kind of a comedy promo, kind of not. Got a 74 B-. I like it. We then go on to D'Angelo Dinero showing up in Paul Heyman's office. D'Angelo Dinero basically goes up to Heyman and says, "Thank you for having me, Heyman. I appreciate you bringing me here, but the Pope needs one thing from you. The Pope needs a chance to shine this Sunday at Genesis. The Pope needs a chance to show that the Pope still rules. The Pope needs a chance to show his people, the people, that they can still believe in D'Angelo Dinero."
We have been monitoring you. We see what you see. We hear what you hear. He with knowledge can destroy that which corrupts, that which controls. The Watchers are coming.
At the moment. However, I can in fact give you an opportunity this Sunday. You, sir, have a match. And D'Angelo Dinero then goes, "Oh, thank you, my brother, but who is it against?" And Heyman just shakes his head and says, "That, my brother, is a surprise." And that's basically how we end that segment. Got a 73 B-. I'm impressed. Then we go on to the co-main event of the night. Got an 83 B+. The Motor City Machine Guns versus Team 3D. Team 3D gets the win, getting momentum heading into their title shot this Sunday. And it did 20 minutes around about. And I just wanted to give a great tag match going into the pay-per-view this Sunday. And they had a lack of psychology, but nonetheless an 83 B+, so I'm perfectly fine with that. Of course, Saban had the best performance of the match. Damn, I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be a member of Team 3D. Nonetheless, that did good. Basically, like I said, though, Team 3D gets the momentum. Sorry about that. And then afterwards, Kings of Wrestling hit the ring and they just destroy Team 3D for what they did earlier in the night and say, "This Sunday, you two son of a bitches are going to get what you deserve." And that's how we end that segment. And then basically, this is the kind of angle that's been happening at the start of the show the past couple of weeks, where we just recap the tournament. The graphic comes up here, and it shows you that basically the way the tournament's gone down, and that tonight, up next, the finals are Sting versus Jon Moxley. And then the graphic ends, and we cut into the main event, which got a 69 C+. I knew that this wasn't going to do great, just because Moxley still isn't at that point yet where he can be main eventing. But nonetheless, this tournament gives Moxley some legitimacy to the casual viewers because he made it to the finals. Nonetheless, Styles got suspended before, but regardless, he made it to the finals. Sting basically gets the win, obviously, so now we know it's Sting Desmond Wolfe. Desmond Wolfe slides into the ring from behind while Sting is celebrating, lariats him in the back of the head, then grabs the microphone and says, "This Sunday, I end the Stinger. What he said he could do, I actually can." And then he raises the championship up in the air, and that's how we end Impact this week. I don't think this is going to do good just because of the main event not doing that great and then this not doing as great. And it didn't do bad. We didn't decrease our popularity, but it didn't do great either. The 72 B-, it's alright. I'm cool with that. Thank you guys for tuning in for this episode. Tomorrow's episode is the pay-per-view. I'm excited. A lot of good matches going down on it. Nonetheless, if you liked the video, leave me a like. If you're new, subscribe. Join the hundreds of subscribers. And then, nonetheless, tune in tomorrow, everyone, for Genesis. Appreciate you guys viewing, and take it easy.